to become a product manager. Although yeah, just my slide is very short and precise. Although I tried to go into a little bit of the duties of product managers. So as we go, we'll see what I am trying to say. Let me use a pointer. Yeah. So yeah, what does it take to become a PM? So product manager, PM. So let me use this opportunity to say that I'll be using that word interchangeably. So a product manager, a PM. Yeah. So what does it actually mean to become a PM? What does it take to become a PM? So product management basically um, is something that is a cross-functional role, is a cross-functional title. So product management combines strategic vision with execution. So when I say combine strategic vision with execution, it means that it's sort of product management brings out what you have in your head, brings it to life, and helps you see that thing through till when it becomes something that is visible for every other person to also see. So it doesn't necessarily mean, I don't necessarily mean something that is physical. I just mean something that is visible, like something everybody can relate to. So more like product management is bringing your dreams into reality in like, so product management is customer centric thinking, adaptability, ability to turn unforeseen changes into opportunities. Um, a brief flashback to when there was a cash crunch in Nigeria. So product managers were all jumping up and down. Okay, so people are having difficulties around payment. What do we do? What can we do? And we saw financial institutions started springing up, started bringing payment solutions. So that's actually what product management is all about. Oh, there is a change, there something has happened, so how can I make the best opportunity out of what has happened, out of this change that nobody saw coming. Of course, none of us saw cash crunch coming, so like that was just a very good time for product managers to just come up with so many beautiful payment solutions. Yeah, so that's basically what product management is. So who is a PM? Who is a product manager? Product manager is someone responsible for visualizing a problem. So I'll be referring to the cash crunch experience. So visualizing a problem, there was a problem, and the problem was people were having difficulty making payments because they were out of cash, physical cash to pay when they buying and selling became a problem because of means of payment. So identifying that was the problem, identifying the customer's needs. What was the customer's needs at the time was people wanted to collect their money. I have sold something to somebody. I want the person to give me my money. I want, if the person is not giving me a physical cash, let me see my money immediately sitting in my bank account at least. Let me not have issues when I want to um go take my money. Let me just see my money. I don't want a situation where somebody claims made payment to me, and at the end of the day, I am not seeing the money. Developing the product that meets those needs. So, what is actually something that we can build that can actually meet that need? And we saw financial institutions started springing up. Oh, started bringing POS that was T plus zero. T plus zero, I mean transaction dates plus nothing. So you are inserting your card into a POS machine. Immediately the money is reflecting into the POS owner's account. They started bringing Swift transfer, that once I'm transferring from my account to somebody's account, the person is seeing the money immediately. Then overseeing the life cycle of that product from ideation to execution. So ideation was when it was in your head. Then there was a process. When it was in your head, you brought it out by maybe drafting out something, drawing a wireframe, coming up with something, working with so many stakeholders, and then seeing it through to execution. And even after execution, still seeing it through to how people are using it. So like I they always say that product managers don't rest, because like even when you successfully launch the product to life, them to market, your job doesn't stop there. You still have to oversee the day-to-day usage of that product. You still have to see that, oh, the people using this products, are they enjoying it? Are there feedbacks from them? Is there something we can do better? Have they been experiencing some challenges? Yeah, so that's basically who a PM is. That's who a product manager is. Why product management? So like everybody has been saying product management, product management. So why do you really want to become a product manager? Do you want to become a product manager because product manager management is the next big thing in the world? People are getting tech jobs. Yes, I know that all of us want to make money, but yeah, are you really keen about product management? So when I say are you really keen about product management, I'm trying to say, are you keen on solving problems? Because a product manager has to be a problem solver. Are you a critical thinker? Like, can you actually think in depth and find a solution? At least, to be honest, you don't necessarily have to have the perfect solution on your first thought. But when you have it, when you are keen on solving problems, when you've been able to establish that this is a problem, you've been able to visualize that problem, you then now think of possible solutions that could solve that problem. And thinking of possible solutions to solve a problem requires thinking critically. Are you passionate about the user's needs? Because a product manager has to be customer centric, like has to be user centric. You have to put the people that will be using those products at the back of your head. Like for every step you want to take, you need to be thinking that, oh, if I were to be the user, would I like this flow this way? Would I want to see this screen before seeing this screen? Would I want to click on payment before send money? Will I want to see send money immediately and log into a bank's application? Do you understand stakeholders management? So stakeholder management basically means that as a product manager, you get to work with a lot of people. You get to work with a lot of things. So like you sit in a position where you have to relate with everybody. You have to relate with the sales team, you have to relate with the communications team, the marketing team, the design team, the engineering team. So you have the audit, the compliance, as the case might be. Like you have to relate with so many people. And you would agree with me that when you have a lot of people coming together towards a particular thing, everybody will have their own different ideas and how it should be. But you are the product manager. It was you that visualized this product. It was you that ideated it. So you have to be able to manage these people, let them see it from your own perspective. And even when they are making comments or giving their own views of it, you must also be knowledgeable enough to know when to meet them in the middle, to know when to take their own idea totally and just scrap yours and say, oh, yours is their idea is better than your own. And yeah, that brings us to handling feedbacks. A product manager must be able to handle feedbacks, because you would be in a stakeholder review when somebody, after ideating, maybe it took you about a month or two to ideate and to even come to the stage where you are doing stakeholder review, and a stakeholder is just unmuting their mind to say, oh, this product is a total mess. I don't see any sense in this product, for the lack of better words. And so you, as a product manager, you will not immediately shut that person off or shun the person. You need to be able to let that person communicate what exactly the problem is. So you can't just, a stakeholder can't just tell you a product is a total mess. What part of the product is the total mess? Is it the colors of the design? Is it the design flow? Is it the design itself? Do you think that that product is not solving a problem? Do you think it's not necessary? So you need to be able to handle feedbacks well and be able to incorporate these feedbacks into whatever product you are building. Um, to become a product manager, there are some essential skills and strategies. In as much as there are so many things, but just there are essentials that with with this you are good. At least you can kickstart that, yeah, I'm a product manager if you have these skills. So like I mentioned earlier, I mentioned so many of these skills, if not all earlier, but I'll just buttress more. Strategic thinking. There's a problem. You need to be able to think, because aside from being customer centric or user centric, you also need to consider the overall goal, the objective of whatever organization it is that you are working for. So your product must, as much as your product must meet a customer's need, it must also align with the overall objective of the organization that is dishing out this product. So you are not just giving a product out without deep thought. You have to be strategic about it. You have to think in depth, that like there has to be a lot of critical thinking that will be put into it. So communication, because you will be working with a lot of people, you'll be working with different things. You have to be able to communicate, because you ideated yourself, you visualized yourself. Nobody can see what is inside your brain or see what you ideated if you don't bring it out in the best possible way. So you have to be able to communicate what you have on your head in a very straightforward way, in a very easy and simple way that everybody is going to understand. So you're telling an engineer to go and code something. The engineer might be, there's always this graphical example of you are trying to build a bench or a table, and there's a picture of this table on your own end that you have on your head. That's what you drew. But if you were maybe on your head there, you had the table had four legs, but when you were ideating, when you were communicating to the designer, you just said you wanted a table that had stands. You didn't necessarily mention how many stand that table should have or must have. The designer went ahead to say, oh, there are nice tables that have two legs. Designer went ahead and designed the product with the table with two legs. Then you are like, no, this is not what I want. This is not how it is in my head. This is not the picture. But it is because you've not been able to effectively communicate what picture you have on your head to the designer. Because if you were specific to say, I want a table that has four legs, so it will be a different scenario if the designer is coming back with a table that has two legs. When you pass that design level, when you are communicating to an engineer, you must also be able to tell the engineer that, okay, I want a table that has four legs. This is what the shape of the table, this is how I want it to look like. I want it to be a rectangular table. I want the table to have a design in the middle. You must be able to effectively communicate your specific needs. A product manager is literally a leader. So like by default, as a product manager, you get to lead your squad. You get to lead your team. So when I say lead your squad, a product manager, you get to work with different engineers. So engineering team has lots of like is broken down into bits. We have people that they call the front end developers, the back end developers. We have the quality assurance engineers, the DevOps engineers. We have the product designer or the UI UX designer. On your team, you also have a communication specialist, a marketer, a salesperson. So basically, you are leading that team because, in as much as everybody are team members, you are the owner of the product. It is your product. So not necessarily saying that you are giving rules, but you have to be able to put your house in order technically. Yeah, and that leads us to conflict management. There's no way you have a squad of different people and people would not clash. So there will be conflicts of ideas. There will be people just, oh, maybe conflict of words. I don't like how she spoke to me. I don't like how he spoke to me. As a product manager, you must be able to settle all this. You must know how to effectively manage your team, that everybody everybody's working together as team members in a very cool spirit. Nobody has bad blood against anybody. Everybody just wants to get the job done without throwing anyone under the bus. Like we all know that this is our duty, this is what we have to do. And thank God for, okay, then takes us to decision making. So a product manager must be a decision maker. You ideated, you visualized, you brought about a product because you want to solve a problem. Person A on your squad is saying, I don't think there's any need for us to solve this problem. Person B is saying, I do think we should solve this problem, but I think your approach is not good. Person C is saying, oh, I like your approach. I like how you've gone about it. I'm with you. As a product manager, you must be able to sieve out the ones that the decisions that would actually benefit your users and would not conflict with the overall objective of the organization. So you must be able to say, you know what, team, let's do it this way. You cannot be indecisive as a product manager. You cannot keep guessing, oh, do I want it this way or do I want it this way? You must be able to stand your ground and say that, oh, this is the path I think we should follow. This is the path I want us to follow. You must be very um affirmative with how you make your decisions so that you don't get to keep your team dragging and you are able to dish out good products um that will be useful for the users and would meet the overall objective of your organization. I've been saying customer centric, customer centric, customer centric, user centric. As a product manager, you have to have customers empathy at that. You have to always be able to put yourself in the shoes of the user because that is the only way you can build a product that the user would actually benefit from, that they would enjoy, that they would like. It is when you put yourself in their shoes, it's when you imagine yourself to be the user of that product. Oh, what would it feel like if I am using this product? Do I, as a user, enjoy the product? So you take off your product manager cap and you wear the cap of the customer. If there was a product like this and I was a customer, would I actually enjoy using this product? What would I have to say about this product? So these are basically a few skills, major skills that a product manager must possess. Yeah, strategies to becoming a product manager. As a product manager, you might have all these skills that we've mentioned and even more, but you are not doing the right thing to actually get yourself into the product management space. I like that a lot of people before we started this said they are taking product management course already with Jupiter Academy. That's like a major step. Like you have to, because in as much as you can just read up on your by yourself online, because we are in a world where you can learn a lot of things, but the truth remains that when you take courses with academies like this, they will give you life experiences, they will make you do a lot of projects, they would make you have hands-on experience sort of, because theoretical aspect of product management always looks confusing if you've never practiced it before. So you have to actually put what you've learned, what you are learning into practice so it makes sense to you yourself. If, for example, when you in your product management class, the product management manager or the facilitator said something about writing user stories, the first thing that comes to your head is that user story. You are telling the story of the customer. And in my head, if I was not a product manager or if I had not taken a course, I would just be like, oh, we can just tell the story now. The user, okay, we want to build a product for a market woman. What's the story of the market woman? The market woman is a woman she's a middle-aged woman. She has 3 children, blah, blah, blah. That's actually not, that's way far from what a user story is like. But like, without a management course or without a product management class, the literal meaning of user story, that's the interpretation that you are going to give it. So this is why product management classes will now break it down to you, will break it down for you. Oh, product management classes is what where you get to learn what a wireframe is. Oh, these are the tools that they use in product management. They use Azure DevOps, they use Jira, Kanban board. This is what they do. Oh, this is what Kanban board means, because this is also, this is what Jira looks like. This is what Azure DevOps looks like. Understand what product management is about. That was why I was, the first thing I said was, I tried to explain was what exactly is even this product management, because you have to even understand what product management is before you can become a product manager. So I have said some skills. They've taught us a lot of things in the academy. We've taken a lot of classes. We've read up so many, we read up on so many books, so many materials online. It's now left to us as a person to actually now develop and own those skills. I want to be a good communicator. Maybe ideally, or on a very good day, even product management aside, my personality, I am not a good communicator. So if I want to become, and now they've said that to become a product manager, you have to be a good communicator. So it's left to me to now say, okay, how do I become a good communicator? What does it take to actually become a good communicator? Let me train myself to communicate effectively, even as a person, so that I'll be able to transfer that knowledge to product management. Okay, they said that, oh, you have to be a critical thinker. Am I somebody that once somebody asks me a question, I just say what is on the top of my head? I just say the first thing that comes to me. Or do I actually give it a deep thought? Even when somebody has said, oh, I give you like an hour to answer this question, do I actually take that time to ideate, to think, to have a deep thought, to break down the question, or the problem, as the case may be, like what exactly is the problem? So when you are breaking down a problem, you are saying, oh, what exactly is the problem? Who is experiencing this problem? How long has this person been experiencing this problem? Has this person ever found a solution to this problem? Has anybody ever preferred a solution for this person? How, why do I think my solution is going to help this person? If I build solution A, would it actually solve the problem? Yes. But would it solve the problem for a middle-aged person, or will it solve the problem for a Gen Z, or will it solve the problem for a newborn, or will it solve the problem for corporate 9 to 5ers? Will it solve the problem for business owners? Like, so you need to know, understand it. This, it starts from understanding what the problem is, who the target audience of this problem, who they are, and being able to say, okay, can I build a product, that a solution that is going to solve the problem of all the target audience, or is my solution only directed to a particular set of people? So those are what it takes to think critically. Excuse me. Those are what it takes to put deep thoughts, to put critical thinking into what you are doing. So like, you need to be able to develop yourself in these major essential skills required to become a product manager. So that way you are sure about, oh, okay, at least to a large extent, I can confidently say that I have these soft skills. Oh, am I a good leader? Or am I just very authoritative? Do I actually allow the people on my team to speak their mind? Do I ask for ideas? Do I take feedback? So anytime somebody gives me a feedback, I am always angry. I just feel like, nah, 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 nah. I have done this. My idea is best. You cannot correct me. Whatever I say is the final. I am the product manager. Just do it as I have said it. So you need to be able to just calm down and understand and see your, sort of grade yourself on these soft skills, on these essential skills. Like, if you grade yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, do you think that you are going to actually be on a 7 or an 8, that is required to say, okay, I have developed myself to this extent? Product management is not only about taking courses, attending webinars. It's more about putting everything that you are learning or you've learned into practice. Even when you don't necessarily have to have gotten a place where maybe like an organization where you can intern or anything. You can just start practicing by saying that, okay, there are so many public products where everybody use as of today. So I'm going to take the social media apps for example. So there's WhatsApp. Before now on WhatsApp, there was nothing like WhatsApp status. It was somebody that thought of it. Before now, there was nothing like you couldn't send an audio. Your WhatsApp status was just text. You could not even record yourself and post like just the audio without a video on WhatsApp status. So as somebody that intends to do product management, you can just sit down to say, okay, this and these are the products that currently exist or are the features that currently exist on WhatsApp. What do I think that WhatsApp can add? What other feature do I think it can add that can make WhatsApp more beautiful for us to use, that can give us a better experience? Okay, I want WhatsApp to start let's say I want WhatsApp to start this video recording. I want to be able to record my voice, voice recording rather, and post on my status even without showing my face. So okay, let me map out the product life cycle of that. Let me draw out the user journey. Let me that is a way of practicing. Okay, after doing that, there's no way you're going to draw out the user journey or map out a product life cycle that you will not have to experience or practice all the stages of product management. So you would ideate, you will visualize, you will do your PRD, you will write your user journey, you will do everything that is required of product management or a product manager. Then networking. I know, like, we cannot overemphasize or what it means to network. So it is when you network that you get to meet somebody that will say, "Oh, I just completed my product management class with the Jupiter Academy. Can I intern with your organization? Oh, I just found a founder or a co-founder at a tech event. Oh, the person is looking for product management interns." Networking will make you have broader knowledge, broader understanding of what the product management industry, or let me say the tech industry, majorly looks like, and why you as a product manager, what your role is in that industry, and why you are very important in that industry. So, okay, so I just have this thing that says every human is a creative. It is left to us how we illuminate and color our canvas, shaping innovation with our choices. These are my words, and I feel like every human being, I just want to use this to explain um, what it means to product management. Every human being today, I believe we all are creative humans. We have the creative juice in us. It's just left to us how we use what it is that we have in shaping innovation. Like somebody innovated WhatsApp, somebody innovated Instagram, somebody innovated Twitter, like somebody came up with TikTok. So it's just everybody has what it takes. It's just left to us what we choose to do with it and how we choose to use it. So I've heard people say that, oh, I didn't do computer science in school. I also didn't do computer science as my first degree. And to be honest, product management or a product manager doesn't require a computer science degree. I know, yes, some recruiters will say that one of the recruitment requirements is you have to have it. To me, I just feel like you don't have to have a computer science degree. All you need to do is have the soft skills required of a product manager. Know what it takes. Take product management classes, and yeah, product management classes, having the product management certification enhances the skills, and it just makes you well-rounded. Like it just gives you this opportunity to break into the field. Like you don't necessarily have to have this in quotes computer science degree to become a product manager. Yeah, I think I already said this before. I think like I said earlier, before I even started, that learning is a continuous process, and I don't believe that anybody should stop learning. So every we all have to keep learning, keep adding to the knowledge that we have, keep adding to this, keep working on the soft skills. Okay, so I might think that I'm a good communicator, but in the last few months, probably I've gotten some feedbacks from my team members, and that's made me question my communication skills. So I need to be able to reassess myself over and over again to ascertain that I am actually not falling off or falling out of what is required of me as a very good product manager. So networking, attending tech events, tech conferences, webinars, majorly in as much as you are going there to learn something, even if it's just one person, just try to exchange contact with just one person. You never can tell who that person is or who that person will become. So networking gives you, I feel like it gives you opportunity to increase your access to people or to spaces. So imagine you met somebody that works at KPMG at a tech conference, or someone that works in Wema Bank at a tech conference, and you've been looking into maybe coaching something or giving a proposal to them. You don't even know who this person is, but it's when you network, you will not know that this person works at so 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 place that you actually need access to if you don't network with such person. Practice what you've learned, like I gave example of practicing with the existing um products that we have that everybody uses now. And I know that for every academy, before, maybe during your training or maybe after, there's always going to be a project. They'll tell us to work on a project. Imagine that this is the problem, build a product that is going to solve this problem, following everything that you've been taught. So that's a very good way of practicing what you've learned. Like every day we see problems happening. Okay, how when we want to enter public buses in Nigeria, we still have to give physical cash. This physical cash, I feel like this money keeps tearing. Okay, what do I think a solution? Can I actually build a solution? So practicing doesn't necessarily mean, to be honest, not all products that you ideate will go to life, or rather will become something that everybody is going to use. But it gives you an opportunity to practice and to keep practicing. And there's something about when you keep practicing, you get better. So the first time when you tried to write a user story, and the second time you tried writing the user story, the second will definitely be better than the first, because when you wrote the first one, you were able to review it and to see where you have made some mistakes. Oh, I could have written it better. I could have communicated my ask better. I could have just made it brief. I could have just made it concise. Oh, I think if I had written this way, if I had drawn the wireframe this way for the designer, I think like she would have been able to picture what I heard in my head, or what I had in my head better. So that's what it means to keep practicing. So I think, yeah. So these are things I've mentioned earlier, just to reiterate that what are the key duties of a product manager? What does a PM do day to day? Like if they want to launch a product, when they're about to launch a product, what do they do? What are these duties? You are defining a product strategy. So product strategy, you are looking at the overall vision of the product. How does it how does this vision help the users, and without still conflicting with the overall objective of this organization? You are conducting a mark. Okay, maybe take for example, you want to build a digital savings product. You are doing a market research. How many organizations currently have a digital savings product? What are their who are their target audience? Excuse me, who are the people using these products that they built? How long did it take them to build this product? These are the things that makes up market research. So then you move to requirement gathering. This and this and this and this is what I need to build a product, a savings and investment product. These are the people that would use a savings and investment product. This is what it takes for a savings and investment product. These are the engineers that will require. This is like my A team. This is what my A team is going to look like. Competitive and market analysis. This is like a major duty of every product manager. You have to do competitive analysis or market analysis, as people call it. You must be able to know you must, before building a product or after ideating a product, before production, before building starts or engineering starts, you have to be able to identify who your competitors are in the market. Okay, so during your market research, you were able to come up with, to identify that six other organizations have this product that you're about to launch. Maybe not the exact same way, but this is the same thing, that's literally what everybody is doing. This is what it means, what that product means. So how did organization A, how did they do their flow? How did organization B do theirs? How are we doing ours? What does A have that B doesn't have? What do they both have in common? What can I do as organization C that is bringing it, that will make me ahead of A and B, or that will make the users of A and B come to me? So all that go into your market analysis, and it takes you to roadmap planning. So roadmap planning is breaking down the life cycle of that product, the roadmap of that product. You are breaking it down into pieces. Oh, this is the first thing that is going to go out. Okay, let's say you want to build a product that would have about 20 features, but during your requirement gathering, you found out that you don't have the facilities or the resource required to dish out 20 products in 2 months, or 20 features in 2 months rather. Okay, that now brings us down to what we call MVP, minimum viable product. What do I think that if I am going live today, or if I am going to market today, these five products has to go live? Like, if I want people to know that yes, I have arrived, I just launched something. What is something that, okay, take for example, you want to build a bank app. Almost, let me say, all commercial banks in Nigeria today have bank app applications. So what is that thing that a bank application must have? Like, is a no-brainer. It has to. A bank application must be able to send money, whether intra-bank or interbank. Intra-bank, like within the users of that bank, or interbank, sending from one bank to another bank, is a must for every bank app. A bank app must be able to have resource for you to buy airtime or buy data. Like, it's a no-brainer. I must be able to do this thing on a bank application. Let's say, okay, those two things are your minimum viable product. So you know that even if every other thing does not go live, or during this your first iteration, these two things have to go live, because if they don't go live, your product is not going to sell. Your product is just going to be, nobody's going to use your products. And you know what it feels when you have put so much time into building something and nobody's using it? Basically means that you've not done anything. Stakeholder okay, no, cross-functional collaboration. Cross-functional collaboration is just, and stakeholder communication is related rather. It's not, let me not say almost the same, it's just related. So as a product manager, you are collaborating with engineering team, you are collaborating with marketing and communications team, you are collaborating with the design team, you are collaborating with the sales team, you are collaborating with the audit or risk team, you are collaborating with the compliance team. Like everybody, you are literally working with almost everybody. So you must be able to, and that now takes us to stakeholder communication, and let me just say collaboration and communication. You must be able to learn what it means to collaborate with these people. You must know that you need these people. So you need to understand the fact that you can't just pick, you can't just decide to say, "Ah, you know what, I don't want all these people. I want just the engineering and design team. It's fine. I don't want anybody." If you are when you are ideating, or before you even start the life cycle of a product, let's say before you start building a product, you did not carry marketing and communications team along, and you went ahead to build. How do you intend to communicate this product or to market this product that you have built to users? You won't carry this product on your head and just be like, it's not that simple. That is not your that's not your own, how do I put it? That's not what you do. That's not what where your effort lies. Yours is to just this product management. Yours is to ideate and build a product. A marketing team member is the one that is going to say, oh, these are the strategies for marketing this product. This is what we need to do. Let's draw out the content calendar of how we are going to be rolling out content as regards this product. Is a compliance person that will tell you that, this product is not compliant with, take for example banking, this product is not compliant with CBN rules, or if we roll out product like this, CBN is going to come at us. Like, so all those things are reason why there needs to be a cross-functional collaboration, and you need to be able to effectively communicate to this cross-functional team that are called stakeholders. Like, you must be able to communicate effectively to these people so that these people see the picture of what you are saying, or where you or the idea you are trying to build. So I think, this is where I circle back to Elizabeth. So let me stop sharing my screen so that I would see if, yeah, so that I would join it.
Um, Sukurat, thank you so much. That was quite insightful.